Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of 2 Bob. Welcome to my blog. Tonight it's about 5:45 in the evening. It's another beautiful day here in Brisbane, down here in Brisbane, Vegas. And today's topic is artificial intelligence. We're going to talk about artificial intelligence. Okay, so what is artificial intelligence? Well, let's talk about intelligence. What is intelligence? Well, intelligence simply gives someone or something the capacity to make a choice, the capacity to select from a field of options. That's one thing us and our animal counterparts share, the capacity to make decisions. Now, that's very simple. Now, with this in mind, let's now talk about a computer system. A computer system essentially consists of two parts, hardware and software. Hardware simply constitutes the physical aspect of the computer system, things like a screen, a mouse, a keyboard, a printer, etc., etc. Those things constitute the physical aspect of the computer system. Now, a computer system also has a thing called software, as most of you know. Software is simply the instructions which are carried out, which organise the operation of the physical equipment. So what is software? Software is just a computer program. Now, it doesn't matter what language the computer program is written in. Every computer program is basically one command executed after another, after another, after another. So a computer program simply does what it's programmed to do. Now, here's the kicker. It's absolutely critical to understand that a computer system has absolutely no intelligence whatsoever. It cannot select, it cannot make a choice. Only we, human beings, and our animal counterparts can do such a thing. A computer system can emulate intelligence or mimic intelligence. It can make you think that it's intelligent, but really it's not. As I said to you before, a computer program, it just does what it's programmed to do. Now, one of my hobbies is programming in a language called C++. It's an object-oriented programming language. And so every command, you type in a command, and it's terminated by a semicolon. One command after another, after another, after another. Now, a programmer either puts these commands in directly or via some graphical user interface or GUI. And it all translates down into a series of commands. Now, a computer program, the most basic form of intelligence emulation or mimicking would be simply a computer asking for your name. What is your name? My name is Craig, so I enter Craig. And then outputs on the screen, your name is Craig. That's a very basic form of intelligence emulation. It emulates intelligence only. It's not actually intelligent. Now, most programs, they associate themselves with other programs. They receive input from other programs and give output. And that output typically serves as input to another program. So you have a vast network of programs. Now, in artificial intelligence, it's just simply a name given to something which emulates intelligence. In reality, there's absolutely no such thing as artificial intelligence. It doesn't make any sense because a computer program simply does what a program is designed to do by the programmer. It emulates intelligence. Now, think of some of these robots that you see. You can ask it a question and it gives you an answer. So it looks as though it's intelligent. But it's just emulating intelligence. It's just doing what it's programmed to do. A computer program basically says if you receive this type of input, then it maps input to a specific output. Right? And it does that all the time. For a given set of inputs, it produces the same output. Now, a robot that can actually answer questions, well, it just answers a question that is programmed to answer. It can't answer questions that it is not programmed to answer. And so it looks as though it's intelligent. That's what it looks like. Now, so therefore, I think the term artificial intelligence is quite deceptive. And where's all this going? Well, I think it's being used to obscure the path of responsibility for some certain crimes, certain cyber crimes. For example, if I pick up a hammer and hit someone over the head with it, the path of responsibility is quite clear. You obviously can't blame the hammer. And so the person who grabbed the hammer and hit someone, in this case would be me, I would be to blame for it. And it's very easy to see the path of responsibility. Now, what if you created like a complicated computer program, a artificial intelligence system, like a robot? Just say the robot picked up a hammer and he hit someone over the head with it. Who would you blame then? Would you blame the robot? Or would you blame the person who created the robot? See, that's the thing. As these artificial intelligence systems become more and more complicated over time, they're becoming more and more complicated in the manner to which they emulate intelligence. So they're approaching the point of being independent, where it looks as though you can blame it instead of those that created it. And I suspect that's the real danger here. And I urge you to really consider this term. So, yes, we all have computers. I mean, I'm talking to a mobile phone at the moment, an iPhone. It's a computer system. It's just a tool. So anytime you interact with any tool, and you can't blame the tool, you can only blame the people who either use the tool, who designed the tool to serve some kind of malicious purpose. And I suspect an AI system down the road can be quite malicious indeed. Now, you've heard of Alexa. Well, we first have Siri, now we've got Alexa. Alexa's got a nice voice. Soon Alexa will have a body, and many will marry Alexa instead of marrying an actual wife. That's where all this is going, I think. Well, this is one particular direction of it. And then this Alexa, this sex doll in which they've married, well, a person is going to share all these secrets with this thing, thinking that it's just a private relationship. But in reality, it's not. It's a robot that's going to transmit information about you to some nerd behind the curtain. Now, think of the movie Wizard of Oz. You have the wizard behind the curtain. But I guarantee you, when it comes to artificial intelligence systems which emulate people like a robot, like a beautiful looking robot, Alexa looking thing, you can guarantee there's going to be someone behind the curtain who's pulling the strings. Is using this. They want to find the way into your bank account, for example. So I just urge you to be very, very careful with this term. I've got left 8 minutes. Okay. I try and make these blogs at least 10 minutes long. It's at the 8-minute mark now. So as I said today's a beautiful day here in Brisbane, 22 degrees maximum. It's just a perfect winter day. I've been told it's going to get a little bit cooler over the course of next week. So it's a Friday evening now. It's quite nice. I've got to pick up my wife from work soon. I'm just going to finish this blog off first. So as I said, it's 5 to 6 in the evening. So I just want to repeat this all-important point about artificial intelligence. Please keep in mind, there's absolutely no such thing as artificial intelligence, because you cannot create intelligence. Intelligence is a gift given to us from beyond. It's a gift that's been bestowed upon us and our animal counterparts. We and our animal counterparts can make decisions. We can choose. A computer system cannot choose. It cannot select anything. It just simply does what it's programmed to do. So a computer program, it receives input, then it's programmed to create output based on that input. And that's the relationship with any piece of software, any computer system that asks for input, right? And one of these so-called AI robots, like Alexa or, you've seen them before, they're going to become more and more complicated as they emulate intelligence, and that's all they do. They mimic intelligence. They're not intelligent, they mimic intelligence. So understand, because every single piece of software on this planet, Every single piece of software on this planet is just one command executed after another, after another, after another, until the program has finished. And that is the case with every single piece of software out there. And therefore, a computer system, by its very own nature, is not intelligent at all. It has no intelligence. It just does what it's programmed to do. As I said to you before, a computer program has a programmer, a software developer, and they put the commands in there either directly or via some kind of graphical user interface or GUI. So, what am I trying to say here? Please, if an artificial intelligence mutates into a person, like a robot, if you want the services of a robot, like a sex doll or something like Alexa or something like that, just don't trust it. Don't converse with it thinking that's a private conversation, because it's not. In my humble opinion, I can't prove this definitely. It's just, that's what speaks out to me. That's the direction that this is going. Now, artificial intelligence is growing to the point where you're going to blame it, and it's going to mask the true path of responsibility. So the people behind these so-called AI systems are in a better position to get away with cybercrime, in a better position to run amok, so to speak. So please be very, very careful with this term. Do not trust this term. I'm not saying do not trust a computer system. A computer system, any computer system, is just a tool. It's just a tool to achieve some objective, and that's all it is, and that's all it ever will be. Okay, so that's about it now. That's it for artificial intelligence. Remember, only you, only us, and our animal counterparts have intelligence, and computer systems do not. So that's all I have to say about that. Okay, so until I see you next time, I bid you farewell.